Overstockvehicles.com specializes in selling great quality vehicles at wholesale prices. We have over 600 vehicles available for sale monthly, all at dealer pricing. Car Gurus awarded us with the top-rated dealer 2025. We also offer a first-time buyers program, extended warranties, and credit union members are always welcome. Please give us a call at 866-292-1631 for more information, and visit us today.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are watching. Welcome to Darlington Raceway here in South Kakalaki for the Southern 218. And you are in for a treat. We're with the Bump and Run folks. Gonna be a fun one, as always. Y'all Tater here in the booth with you. And as always, got the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Sean Stam. Sean, you doing good tonight, buddy?
Man, can't beat it. At least we're not out here on track with trying to handle the lady in black. The track that is too tough to tame. I think we're about to all see why here. As well as there was a huge update today that was possibly a little bit too tough to tame as well. Before we get taking a look at the virtual track side here, taking a look at the point standings, quite a few drivers not able to make it out here to the track tonight. Kyler McCarthy, one of them, points leader. He's sitting up in the point standings. He's got Justin Steves, Austin Mice, Tyler Massey, Brian Huntley Jr., Chris Campbell, Matthew Fitz, and Brandon Moore rounding out the top 8. Justin, you ever tried to dance with the old lady in black here out of Darlington?
Yep, and guess what? She has stepped on my toes one too many times.
Ouch!
And now my toes are bleeding. This place is not kind to those at all. So you better have them laced up tight, and you better have steel toes.
We're starting to cool down the track temps. At practice, track temps were way up there, but now as we have started to crest around the cool sunsets here, dropped to 81 Fahrenheit degrees. At 1.3 mile speedway here, we have 135 laps for the Southern 218 near outside of Darlington, South Carolina, sitting at that altitude of 157 feet. An egg-shaped speedway. It is a very tough track here. I hate even to run the official races myself, as we'll take a look at our starting grid here tonight, brought to you by our friends over at Bearded Bear Custom Hides. Oh, that's the wrong one. What happened there, boys? There we go. David Berry slaps it up on the pole. How about the Stam Studio Network? Tyler Massey, Harvest Ford Mustang, right there, P2. Austin Mice, Brian Huntley Jr., Matthew Fitz, and Joe Stipe rounding out the top 6 here tonight.
We got Robbie Bice in 7th, Sean Judson in 8th, Tyler Myers 9th, Stan Mayberry 10th, Mark Berry in 11th, Gary Huffins going to be in the top 12.
All right, I believe just like we see each and every race here, 70% fuel as well as limited tire sets. I believe that's 3 of them. We also have the limited fuel run, the limited fast repairs as well. It's going to really test our drivers here tonight, but we're going to start the playoffs even though there really are no playoffs. We just continue to run off the point standings. Ladies and gentlemen, get up, stand up for your life, and don't ever give up the fight because we are Green Flag Racing here in South Carolina. Welcome to the track that is too tough to tame, Darlington Raceway.
Sean, I bumped up the video feed on my YouTube. I watched it on my phone, and I think I can see Mark Berry's nose hairs.
Oh my days! I'm telling you, all it takes is just hitting that little gear icon, 1440p, and hey, they'll be right up at you. Man, that start was actually clean, calm, and cordial here, Justin. Look at this, already single file through the field.
Yeah, they're keeping it clean and green. I think you're going to see a lot of that as the night goes on. Hopefully all these boys and gals can keep her clean to the end. Good racing right here between Matthew Fitz, Joe Stipe, and the 28 of Robbie Bice. Bice could have mixed it up this week. I think somebody else done come along, but a tag the wall there. Run the Monster game there last week. Then switched over to Red Bull. So I called him Max Verstappen.
Keeping the old energy drinks flowing there as he's going to try to look down into the inside of Joe Stipe. That is another Stam Studio Network avid member there, also known as Irish. Joe, we appreciate everything that you do for us, and your SSN care package is headed your way. You can continue to run right where you started this race in P6. There really hasn't been, still I got David Berry. Tyler Massey is now up to the lead here really quick. Here's a quick race replay of how it happened. Oh, this was on the start, man. He just got away with it there. Door quarter clear into turn 1.
Yeah, he got away clean there and just took off. That outside line going to be pivotal. You know, also, I think it's cool to see some of these new guys getting to run up front. Oh, my, Brian Huntley just knocked the toe link out. Oh, my sweet heavens.
I'd be surprised that if the steering wheel is still straight for the driver of the 88. Let's hop on board here as he's got a Austin Mice, also another SSN driver up on his outside. The steering wheel is still fairly straight here, but I don't know about you, Justin. It's hard enough to get around Darlington single file, let alone too wide here. Not only out of turns 3 and 4, but now through 1 and 2 as well. Some more contact with the outside wall. The Darlington Stripes are making their faces known early.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little racy here with 5 laps in, 135 lap total race. So 129 laps left to go around this place. They are nose to tail racing like this is the last lap. If you look up there at the top, Massey and Berry kind of in the front. They kind of kick off here and get a 2-second gap back to Brian Huntley and Austin. But I don't think Berry's going to run it too hard right here. Just kind of figure out a good line. Keep the wheels and momentum rolling forward.
Now I know that these are the composite bodies here within the Next Gen Series car. We're gonna hope that they are composite here, as right after we got off of this battle a couple laps ago, Robbie Bice goes for a spin off the nose, well, not off the nose of Joe Stipe, but after the spin, gets a little bit more help there. He's able to find neutral, then reverse back into first gear. No harm, no foul on the damage side of things, but he does lose quite a bit of pace.
Yeah, that could have been bad. I think that's just a self-induced. Yeah, I think Joe just kind of assisted. He said, I see you spinning. Let me help you out here and just go ahead and finish it off. Surprised nobody threw a caution there.
Shout out Race Control. We're keeping things moving and grooving tonight, and that's all it takes. That's just how fast things can happen, especially these next-gen cars around the track that is too tough to tame. Darlington Raceway, Tyler Massey. How many times have we seen this, ladies and gentlemen? Harvest. Stam Studio Network Ford Mustang is up out front, but look who's starting to hound him. It's David Berry. David, that's a road course win earlier on in the season. These are completely different tracks, not only left and rights, but I think one of the hardest ovals on the schedule. We saw it last, there we go. It's been Tyler Massey starting to run away lap 7 and 8, but just barely.
Yeah, he's starting to kind of put a little bit of gap there, nothing too much. As they are working their way down through here. Berry just still in striking distance. You're not going to drive too hard, kind of make Massey worked for it just a little bit. Massey going to have that advantage in that clean air up front and kind of keep this gap rolling.
Now, I know I mentioned it earlier on in the pre-race, but we're going to have to really take care of our tires tonight, especially here at Darlington. I think we're starting to maybe see that right now. Maybe Tyler Massey shoved those right sides a little bit too earlier on in the race. Maybe too much wear and, too much pressure. That's the biggest thing out of these next-gen tires, is how much pressure you put in them earlier on into a run. David Berry, like you said, Justin, he could just be hounding him right now. He's got his fishing rod in the water there, testing the waters, not quite setting the hook just yet.
He's just kind of toying with him, just kind of the old fishing lure. He's kind of get out there. He's like, oh, you almost had it. Like the old Geico commercial is what it is. Oh, you almost had it.
I remember that one. Let us know down there in the old YouTube land if the audio levels are audioing it out here tonight. Unfortunately, we did see Gary Huffins. I thought he made it into the session, but not quite able to start the race. Only 12 driver grid here tonight, so it's if the driver did miss the race to the huge update early on that just got released here for iRacing as a whole new season is upon us now. We still have our front three runners continuing to run about where they started. Tyler Massey took away the race lead from David Berry lap 1, and Brian Huntley Jr. continued to run one spot from where he gained over, I believe that was Austin Mice earlier in the race.
Yeah, he's recovered real well. You know, it could have been real disastrous. Matthew Fitt's going to catch the wall back there just a little bit. They are nose to tail. We were Fitz just kind of hanging around back there, and I mean, obviously, and truthfully, I think we're going to have a rerun here, but I might be wrong. But these guys just going to kind of keep it clean. Don't try to run over anybody. Come out of here with a good finish and at least get a decent little jump start. And even if you're not, you're going to get some good points out of tonight.
I'm right there with you. However that the admins choose to take this thing, it's either going to really help you if you made your way out on track here tonight. I mean, points galore. How about Tyler Myers? He's still ripping the 45 Chevrolet Camaro W Energy. I believe this is Nightmare 23, also known as there on the Twitch, in the Twitch land of side of things. Tyler Myers, he is locked and loaded right now. I mean, just I don't know if you can get more focus than that here. Ripping laps around Darlington. It's a hard track here as well. We'll hop on board a whole, well, I guess, yeah, we'll take the whole lap around with them. You enter higher up here. It's kind of a later apex in both 3 and 4, but they're completely different turns. Here you see that later apex diving it back down into the apron in turns 3 and 4. Justin, what happens here in turns 1 and 2, at least in your mind?
Go back and take the old look see. Oh, hang on, get back to it. iRacing decided to time one over.
Oh, boo, boo.
Oh, that's all back here.
The iRacing updates aren't just getting the drivers here tonight. I think they're getting a little Justin action too.
I'm scared to open this thing. It was huge.
What are you packing in a damn 92 gigabyte? Up in all seriousness, though, more pancakes here on the outside wall, and also first time tonight. But Justin, it took us 17 laps to do it. Thanking each and every single one of you joining in live tonight in YouTube land. Terry, Carrie, Ted as well. Carrie, I believe is let us know how Kyler's doing here tonight. I wonder if he's joining in a broadcast as well, or probably just, I bet Kyler's not too happy. Points leader, not able to take it out and around the track. Too tough to tame as sparks fly out the rear end of the Austin Mice 97 McConey setup shop. Chevrolet Camaro. There you go.
Trying everything he can to try to get around through there.
Look at Huntley. Did you see how wide he got, how loose he got that at the exit of 4?
Got loosey-goosey. You know what happened, right? Somebody done threw that banana peel out there.
Oh, no. Also another W Energy paint scheme. Sean Judson, he had a really good finish at Daytona P4. He is now down and out of the race, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-oh. That's not good when you got already going out of the race here, but oh me. Robbie kind of rebounded here. I mean, I know he's 29 seconds down. Probably just to go a lap down, but man, looking back at his wreck earlier, that could have been real bad. He could have really ended his night, but going to get it saved around through here, not the race. Looking forward, but all it takes is a little caution. Somebody's going to tag somebody and going around. And then next thing you know, you got a huge break.
Justin, I don't think this is the only time we're going to see lap traffic play an issue as we're on board the Harvest Mustang here. Going to slice it down the inside off the corner exit. So tough to once again run side by side, especially as these tires continue to wear. It's going to continue to be some single file racing action. Oh man, I had a great segue there, but I'm gonna save it for another day as we have some nice side-by-side action. One of the league owners, Tyler Myers, he's gonna try to look down the inside of Stan Mayberry. Doesn't have it there at the entrance or exit of turn 3 and 4. Backing around 1 and 2 we go. What makes a pass here, Justin, in your mind? How do you make a pass? Do you slide job this early on in the run?
You got to set it up a couple of turns before you get there. You can't just go in there and dive bomb it, because then you're going to probably smack the wall and take out the other guy, and there's going to be a fight afterwards, and you're probably not going to be asked to come back.
Oh, no. Well said there, Stan Mayberry. He's not the, at least we're not soaking the bread in the monster here tonight, but right now he's the meat in the sandwich. I know you're going to love that one.
Did I die? Did I die?
Yeah, not just yet here. You got to stick around here with us. We're only 23 laps down, about 112 left in the race. Austin Mice there, he got loose as a goose. He actually allowed Brian Huntley Jr. to pass him. I saw out the corner of my up here in the booth. Here's a quick replay at this. It's how it happened for the Austin Mice machine.
Let's take a look back, see here.
Oh. Hang on, wait for it. I just clicked on the right one. What the hell? Okay, let's try to back this one up one more time. Oh, never mind. I take back what I said there. It's Brian Huntley Jr. His internet connection is blinking just a little bit there, so it was throwing timing and scorings for just a little bit of a loop. Right now, our front 5 runners continuing to pretty much sit where they started this race. And yes, that was sit, not SH. Tyler Massey and David Berry continue to be our front 2 race leaders here tonight. Huntley tries to run away from Austin Mice and Matthew Fitz as well.
So here we go. Everybody kind of catching up right here. Still brushing the outside wall. There's not going to be a way to take left on the right side of that hot rod for Brian Huntley. Or it all pretty good there to break the wall a time or two. As they go around here, and Robbie trying to do everything he can to get caught back up and maybe try to get back on this lead lap. But the gap right now, really between second and third, has kind of crept its way on up. So maybe we'll get a little caution here at some point. Maybe break this up, do a little stage break. But you also, Sean, we haven't talked about it yet, but getting on off pit road here is kind of tricky.
Not only off, but as well as on pit road as well. That's if we do have those green flag pit stops tonight. That's not only going to completely shake up the field, but it is going to completely separate. It's going to show who did their homework here before coming into the race weekend. And now that we are, once again, off a week compared to the NASCAR Cup Series schedule as well as the Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing schedule, I kind of thought about this earlier, Justin, and I'm glad you bring it up. This is now 2 different tracks that most of these drivers who like to run in both of the series, that's twice as much homework that they now have to do themselves. Welcome to the old college universe, I guess, here as battles for Austin Mice and Matthew Fitz continue to heat up. That's something that we're going to see. Not only you're learning the track, but like you said, Justin, learning the pit entrance, learning the pit exit as well. Darlington, not only the track too tough to tame, but really tough, worn asphalt there on the pit entrance. There's no rubber down there as well, and you're working your way from 180 miles an hour down here, back here, down to second here, about what are we running? 50 miles an hour probably in the pits. It'll be making for fun to watch, but once again, thankfully, I'm not down here running this race because I'd probably be, 2 laps down now.
Yeah, this track, it can go away from you real quick, and you got to really watch the bump coming off the 2 and 4. Next thing you know, you're going to be swinging around through here. That bump, it can really mess you up super quick. I'll take one little piece, and next thing you know, you're going to roll around through here.
Alrighty, as this battle for P3 continues to heat up, I'll be honest with you, I just got a text from a classmate, so I got to take a quick break here. I guess we'll treat you to. Oh no, okay, Justin, I got to leave you here with it real quick, and then we'll treat you to crank it up right when I get back.
You met. Yeah, that's a great idea, Sean.
There you go.
Great idea. All right, so folks at home, I should share a live. But if you're in the YouTube chat, I just want to say, I hope you're having a great day. Let me know how your day's going in the chat. Here we are. Not the full field of our bump and run, folks. We usually have here. We're looking on number 97, Austin Mice. Missing everybody. Hope everybody's doing having a good night. And all right, so this is our question. Me and Sean talked about this in the pre-race. So If you're in YouTube chat, are you a chewy bacon or a crispy bacon? Crispy or chewy bacon? Me personally, give me chewy bacon. I don't know how you people eat crunchy bacon. That just, no. I don't want to bite glass. No thank you.
What a timing right there for me.
Welcome back, buddy.
No. Oh, well, I see where you're coming from, chewing some glass there, but the times I eat bacon, chewy? You trying to chew some gum out there, Justin?
Hey,
chew some tire rubber?
Bacon?
Oh,
Veggie
God.
bacon?
Ugh.
Veggie bacon?
Oh, no.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Don't know about that one.
Man, I was waiting to bring that one up because as I'm scanning here the YouTube land, I think they're begging for some question. I think they're begging for some pancakes as they're starting to see. Justin, how many times, if you're Brian Huntley Jr., can you smack that outside wall? I know we got composite bodies, but with the toes that are more fragile than I don't know what, than eggshells. That's quite a few times we've seen Brian Huntley Jr. pancake that outside wall of 4.
Another question: are you team pancake or team waffle?
I bet you I know Brian Huntley Jr. He's team pancake. He's going to slice it and dice it. Look at the slide job city down at the exit of 4. That time he didn't hit the wall. Austin Mice does as well. David Berry, I thought David was saving his right sides earlier on in the run. Tyler Massey now running away with a 2.8 second gap. 0.2 of a second separating Huntley Jr. Oh, holy moly gadolies.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Coming bad, real bad.
It is bad because here, look at old Robbie Bice. I know he's. Oh, that's not Robbie Bice. That's another Ford Mustang.
Mustang Mayberry.
Oh, it is Mayberry. Look at Mayberry.
I mean, it's
no, it's not. That's Matthew Fitz. There we go.
Oh, it is Matthew. Matthew, I gotta get back to the old pace gear. I'm still so confused.
I know teamwork makes the dream work, but man, I'm kind of there with you, Justin. Imagine the spotters here tonight as well.
I think that's you. What do you mean? I don't know. Maybe.
I think
possibly.
you're clear.
I was getting Rexed out, comes back in the pits. Were you not clear? You were not clear. Well, I couldn't tell. There's 4 people running the same paint scheme. Close.
About Austin Mice, David Berry. I don't know if David Berry smacked the wall a little too hard, but he's continuing to fall. Sing it, Justin. Like a rock.
Rock.
Sorry, it's my favorite. It's my favorite.
It's just a rock, baby. It's just a rock. It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. Well, still rolling around through here. Here comes Austin. Going to try to get around Mr. Berry here. Not hitting with the old mixed berries here. Inside, outside, wherever he goes, David Berry. Is that David or Mark?
I think the old David Berry right there. Yeah, David Berry.
David, okay. Okay, I'm getting all my berries mixed up. Got your fruit. You got blueberry, blackberry, strawberry. I'm just kidding.
Keep them going.
I feel like bubble gum. Feel like bubble gum. Oh, that's a double whammy right there. Well, they got to go back and repaint that wall.
I don't know how the wraps are still staying on the right sides of these cars, especially that Brian Huntley Jr. Oh, I thought he smacked it once. I think he maybe did smack it there once more. Maybe that's just how you make pace here. I mean, 2.4 second gap still up to the race lead. Matthew Fitz. Oh, he's scraping it there, the entry, ripping the boards. That's also a great way to make some pace, but you start flirting with disaster on that outside wall.
Quick, fast, and hurry. Quick, fast, and a hurry. And you know who wins 9 times out of 10?
The rabbit?
The wall.
Let's check in on the old last question there. Carrie chooses the old pancakes. I think that would be my answer as well. Barry is down here as well, saying hello, Terry, as well as Carrie. Barry is saying thank you so much for the SSN care package there. Hey, we're glad you're enjoying it. If you're looking for some more of that action, be sure you hit up some Stam Studio
Whoa.
Network YouTube members there. Yes, Justin, I know. We still got to send you one. I know it.
Wow. Hurt.
Well, okay. The last shirt that was on
Never
my end.
meant
I
to
didn't
be.
ask. What size shirt, Justin? What size shirt?
Give me a 2X.
Hey, Terry, write it down. Write it down. 2X.
So.
No. I feel bad already. Don't make it worse.
I'm just kidding.
Who we got to look at here? Oh, I guess the battle I was just on. Sorry about that. Huntley Jr. and Matthew Fitz still going at it here. 69 and 88. This is Ford Mustang versus Chevrolet Camaro. And right now, I mean, there's no Toyota Camrys left out here side by side heading into turn 3 out of the Boeing backstretch. Look at the racecraft. There's no contact between these two.
Oh, they're keeping it clean. Can they do it coming off the corner? Is somebody going to get moved? They are not going to get moved. How they did not get moved, I don't know.
Oh, Bice! Oh, God dang it, Matthew Fitz, I meant. Oh,
my goodness. Mere game of inches, folks. Mere game of inches.
this time, little.
Can I rant for just a second?
Yeah, you got it, Justin.
Okay. I don't know how many of you people eat Pop-Tarts out there,
Oh no.
but why is it that Pop-Tart, whenever you open a Pop-Tart, there's never any icing on it? Like, there's hardly any icing on it. Like, I don't know if y'all eat Pop-Tarts like I do. I love them. But, like, they never put any icing on them.
I think factory worker Billy Bob Joe may have gotten a little hungry there, Justin.
I mean, that's okay. Just share with me, Billy Bob Joe. That's all I have. Pit stops. Where's the Guido? Pit stop.
No, I really thought this is quite a few laps earlier than I was thinking on 70% fuel. I'm willing to bet that we'll see Tyler Massey and Matthew Fitz and Brian Huntley Jr., maybe even Austin Mice, Joe Stipe, Stan Mayberry. They're going to try to run at least, I think, 4 to 5 laps later on this set of tires. Not only are you working with more rubber underneath you later on in this fuel run after you do get the new set of Goodyears, but you have that the more fuel, the more Sunoco fuel in your fuel tank, the longer you're able to run. We should be. What are we going to run about? And if no cautions, you thinking about maybe separating this into threes here, Justin?
Yeah, I think 3 is going to be your friend. And, I really don't know how long the field kind of runs here. I don't know kind of how long you can make it on a set of tires and stuff. But I would say probably splitting this things up to 3. I think, you go to 50 maybe. Go to 100, and then I think you ought to be able to make it to the end. Just comes Austin Mice into the pit road.
One of the most tough, treacherous pit roads here, as well as the tough, treacherous oval from Darlington, 1.3-mile raceway. Austin Mice looks like he's clear from a pit entry violation. He's just got to keep his foot. They're steady, of course. There's no pit lanes on these next gen. No NASCAR here. McConey set up shop for the number 97, continuing to show why they're one of the most advanced as well as fastest setup shops on the market. Austin Mice pits up there from the top 4. Here comes our race leader and P number 2 as well. Tyler Massey, Matthew Fitz are both in.
They need to let us do race control on that, Sean.
Oh, God.
We're throwing out the band hammer on folks.
It's
Going off
already...
pit road too slow? Lap down.
I think we need to run like a when they used to run all-star qualifying at the Charlotte Oval, just take
Wide
off
open, no, yeah, hell yeah, I'm in for that.
There we go.
Full speed coming in the pits. About a buck hunted. I'm in.
So Joe Stipe, the double O, also known as Irish, is now into pit lane. This is all going to start to cycle out here. This is how Well, Tyler Massey, he had quite a gap here over on the rest of the pack, but right now this is how well you were able to find yourself on and off to pit lane. Whoa, another another monster energy paint scheme. I think that was the 43 of Stan Mayberry, who's up in second on the oldest set of tires right now.
Sam kind of hoping this cycle's his way. You know, do you maybe take 4 here?
Yes.
And then make a gamble and take 2 on the last stop?
Golly. If you're banking on a caution, maybe so, but honestly, Justin, with only 12 drivers out here tonight as Brian Huntley Jr. makes his way from P2 to the pit stop here, I don't know. Oh, I got to see the tire wear as Stan Mayberry. He misses pit entry there. I don't know if he was trying to get down and to the bottom of the track, but that's going to be quite a bit of time lost. This is what I was talking about. It all comes down to your pit entrance as well as your pit exit. Stan, he was going up here to the front of the pack, at least on the pit stop strategy. This Hoonigan Monster Energy Ford Mustang is going to have to regroup and rearm here.
Regroup, rearm, re-strategize, back up, punt, whatever you want to come up with.
Audible.
Come off.
Can.
Omaha. I didn't want to pay a minute. Omaha.
All right, as we continue to Omaha, we got Zero the Racer, Barry, Terry, Carrie, Ted as well joining us. Our race leader down into the pits. We're going to see Tyler Massey cycle back out here to the lead of the race. Tyler Massey, he's got quite a few wins this season. You can see up there on the win stickers. I think that's already 4 or 5 up there on the quarter panel, or up there near the, it's 4 win stickers, still need to be updated. Stam Studio Network, Harvest Ford Mustang up here to the race lead. Matthew Fitz, David Berry, second and third. Justin, I think it's time we show our appreciation to the YouTube fans out here. Go ahead and enjoy the sights and sounds of these NASCAR Next Gen engines roaring to life here. Go ahead and crank it up. As well as Justin will be right back with you up here in the booth. Slowly and woolly crank this puppy back down. Joe Stipe goes for a little bit of a slip and slide and a bang into the outside safer barrier.
Caution? No caution? Maybe? No maybe?
Oh, this is big. One of our points runners as well as top 3 runners in the race here tonight. Brian Huntley Jr. is also down and around. No caution on the speedway. This is big, Justin.
No caution, I guess. Where you going, caution free. Let's look. Check out Joe's here. He's got it saved.
Oh,
Got it saved.
done this one too many times.
Coming a little hot, a little sideways, tag the wall. Gonna go down for the spin, look at the wall, get scared, stab the gas. Keep her straight. Cycle back up to the gears.
Oh!
Bang! Somebody cue my theme song.
I was about to say, sing it, Justin.
I fought the wall in. The wall won.
Metallica's gotta make a remix of that one. Here's a look at Brian Huntley Jr.'s incident. Excuse me. Here's a look at Brian Huntley Jr.'s incident. Apologies there.
Okay.
Ooh!
Put it inside. What a say. Get it locked up. Get it locked up. Get it locked up. No harm, no foul. Get it straightened back out here. Like he went to stab it. He just kind of over-rotated a little bit on him.
I'll shout out Race Control. I'm not sure if it's Race Control or they're just running off of normal iRacing cautions here tonight, but I know it's down and off the racing line, but that was one of the times, especially, I mean, 2 spins right there back to back. Joe Stipe is now getting his front end of his Ford Mustang all fixed up down into the pits. I don't know about you, Justin, but we did start to see some green flag pit stops that we were used to a little bit earlier on in the season. As now a caution that's not a caution. We could be seeing another green flag pit stop here in about, call it 20 to 25 laps time. Battle for the race lead starting to heat up and broil once again. This isn't the first time we've seen this season.
Not at all. Here they come around through here. Massey getting trailed by Fitz. Fitz trying to do a little magic here.
I get it.
Try not to throw a hissy.
Oh. Maybe I didn't get. All right, never mind. Keep going.
You don't get hissy fit.
Oh, I was thinking more Fitz magic, but I get that one now too.
We're talking about football. No, you know. He's not racing. He's not checking up back there. He's doing everything he can except hitting the turbo boosters. Get there.
Man, not only smacking the turbo boosters, but smacking the wall as well. Here's a last lap time history of the last 5 between our 2 front runners. Massey once again at 60 and 61, a little bit slower than Fitz there, running right there behind him, but 62, 63, 4 and 5. It's also red if you're a Fitz fan, but I mean the gap is now visually closing between these front 2. I think if Matthew Fitz has anything in the fuel tank, he's got to save it for the second half of this run, as well as the whole second half of this race.
Yeah, I don't know if you can make it on 1. Definitely going to have to go 2, but if you can maybe make up a little ground and have your car there, don't keep this thing clean, because it's going to help you out a ton as this race runs on. So the more you take care of your race car, I say it every week, the more you take care of your race car, the more it's going to take care of you. So don't put yourself in a bind, your car in a bind. Just be there at the end and try to have a good hot rod then.
Now, I think I wanted to talk about this earlier, but I got distracted about something else. But we're going to see lap traffic play quite a few factors here tonight. There goes Robbie Bice. He's in that Red Bull Ford Mustang. Next up is Tyler Myers here. Not only is this the track that's too tough to tame, but it's only 1.3 miles long. We're going to have lap traffic sooner or later, especially as these longer green flag laps continue to run. Real quick, we got Ricardo Cano. Hola, Ricardo. Thank you for joining us here live tonight.
What's up, Ricardo? What's up, Ricardo? Hope you have a good night, buddy. Brake checking, Tyler. Brake checking, Tyler. Oh! Oh!
Great time to cut to it. Tyler, look at him. He's just laughing it off. He's smiling up a storm there out of the 45. Dubby energy.
Tyler, you should have brake checked him.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Should have brake checked him. Go ahead. You knew that was coming. You should have just went ahead and initiated it first. That way you're the one that did it. Let him know.
No.
Just right there on the front stretch.
Oh, now he's fighting the wall once again, flirting with disaster there. Does Tyler Myers have any front suspension left in his front suspension? Let's hop on board here and see. Okay, well, the wheel's definitely turning left there into the turns. Out of the exit onto the back straightaway. Is his wheel still straight? Oh, it might not be anymore, or that just smacked it right back into place.
Is this like cars where you got to turn right to go left?
I think that's what everybody learns from cars.
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Something like that.
Got to turn right to go left.
All right, this time, let's pull out the old magnifying glass. Last time we looked at the lap time history between our two front runners of Tyler Massey and Matthew Fitz. But you look at the old sectors here, that was sector 2.002 tenths, well, really thousandths, I guess it was, back from Matthew Fitz. He's only 10 hundredths of a second back when sector 1 this time by. I think we're starting, I don't think that this battle for the race lead is just here over quite just yet. Matthew Fitz continues to hound our race leader. Tyler Massey here is in the turn 1 and 2 once again. This is at the later run in this tire stint and strategy, as Matthew Fitz really doesn't, I think he loses just a tenth of a second there in turn 1. Really quick, this is something that's just now occurring to me, Justin. Justin Steves, if you're watching, I know you didn't quite able to make it out here on track tonight with us, but it is Justin Steves' home track. It would have been a lot of fun to see the Red Bull Racing, I believe he's the number 97, work his way around his home track. Justin, do you fight a little bit harder here in the sim world at a track that you would call home? Or is it Talladega? Isn't it Talladega?
Yeah, Talladega's mine.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. That question's a little different there, I guess.
Talladega's about an hour from my house. Bristol's about 4. Daytona's about 10. Austin is about 10, 12.
There you go. One day.
What's everybody's bucket list track? I don't know if have we talked about it? We may have. We have talked about it. Sorry. But what's your bucket list track? If you're in the chat, what is yours?
I was going to say, Justin, I know that you and I have talked about this, but I don't think we've invited the YouTube chat on it. I know we've asked them their home tracks there. Of course, got Kyler McCarthy up there, right there outside of the Texas Motor Speedway, Kerry out there in the old YouTube land. Uh-oh, this is big. Brian Huntley Jr., as we will keep an eye on the old YouTube land. I think this is on strategy and not for damage. Brian Huntley Jr. is into the pits. We'll have to see. This is a long stop. Oh, I take it back, ladies and gentlemen. I may have to take this one back. Uh-oh. Well, okay, here's the first incident. I think we saw this one earlier on in the race. Yeah, he went for a spin there. And here's the second incident for Huntley Jr. This may have what brought him into the pits. Oh, again. Oh, he dumps it into almost reverse there. I think it was from all the way fourth to reverse. Tries to keep it off the inside wall. Not able to do quite just that. He's now down into the pits as well as Joe Stipe.
Well, that's going to hurt. H-U-R-T. Hurt. So, that right there, hey, Fitz, that's the wall, buddy. That's the wall. Let's get it off the wall. Thank you.
Ricardo saying hi, thanks. A big mistake down there in his last race. You hate it. It's just a little too deep into the braking zone. All it takes to send an ARCA car around, especially from the streets of Chicago. But Ricardo, I know he has had quite a bit of pace, as well as he's got the racecraft out there as well for the Midwest Elite Racing ARCA Series. Live every Sunday here on Stam Studio Network. Justin, I know you're not a big fan of the old left and right turns as Ricardo loves them, but could you imagine trying to haul around the mail in an ARCA car around the Chicago street course? My goodness.
I would probably end up junking, or I'd end up junking somebody else's car. I ain't bringing my own car. I'm gonna have a rental car. You ever seen Days of Thunder? The rental cars they get.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it'd be like.
Well, I might have to pay to see that one from the old virtual streets of Chicago. Sorry.
Me and a buddy of mine are gonna fly. We're talking about flying out to Texas. And I was like, we're gonna have to get 2 rental cars. Just have to recreate that, be banged up, come back, just drop the car off and the hubs fall off of it. Awesome.
Reminded me of the old, it was either Top Gear or the Grand Tour when they, or I'm really thinking, now that I think about it, the Cletus McFarland vid down there when didn't they drive there? Did they drive a whole bunch of RVs or whatever it was down there to, what was it, Talladega?
Yes, it was. They drove on. They went through the tail of the dragon and all that stuff. Yeah, that looked fun. I'd do that.
Justin, it's on the bucket list here for us. Real quick, before we start talking about a little bit more bucket list and fuel run strategy, how about the old the sponsors and affiliates up there in the top right that allow us to bring us coverage race after race after race? Of course, got to start out with Silver Fox Racing, Extreme Scoring, and I mean, how about the old Alpha One Foundation admin box as well? Bearded Bear Custom Hides, the Bump and Run Cup Series, which you're watching now, and especially Cotton Bowl Speedway just outside of Austin, Texas, and of course, start barking, bark, bark, the Mad Doggy graphics. Ooh, there you go. Each and every single one of them, as well as the race fans allowing us to bring coverage here on Stam Studio Network for the Bump and Run Cup Series, live race after race after race. Right now, how about it though, Justin? Drivers up shown to Mark Berry and the Crimson Tide, number 25 machine, all the way up to P5 is shown at least one or more laps down.
Could be a whole lot worse. You could be out of this race. I mean, a couple laps down ain't going to hurt you too bad. But, hey, at least you're still running. You're out here cutting laps and at least getting some good practice time. If this race does count, getting great points tonight. If it doesn't, you know you're getting great laps for next week.
I kind of like it. Instead of the double-edged sword, you kind of got the double-edged cuddly bear. I don't know. Either way, it's I guess you're looking at the glass more half full than half empty. I like the way you think, Justin, and I like the way Matthew Fitz is continuing to run just under a second under our race leader. He's keeping his tires under him, as we should start to see that pit stop strategy. I mean, it's got to be at least the next 5 to 6 laps.
Got to be getting close. Got to be getting close. I don't know. You might be all right. You may not be. But take her easy around through here, because your tires start getting slick. You go for a ride, and I don't think that's a ride you're going to want to win. Or excuse me, a ride you're going to lose.
Best lap time of the race, I believe. Let's see here. A 29.07 for Matthew Fitz, continuing to run in the bridesmaid spots, but his last lap was a 30.14, almost tying our race leader of Tyler Massey. He gets right in about that dirty air wake, about 0.8 of a second back here around Darlington. It's a little bit different than the air behind a car like a super speedway than we might see, where it'll help you. Definitely continues to hurt, but right now Matthew Fitz, he gains another 1/10 of a second out of turns 3 and 4. I just wonder if he has anything left here within this tire set before we start to regroup and rearm and then put on a whole new set of tires. And what you think this is going to be the last stop of the race if a caution doesn't come out, Justin?
Yeah, I think this will be it. I think you're going to have to baby it, though, to get to the end. I think you can really race hard in the last 10, but you're going to have to baby this thing around through here, very much so.
Excellent timing here. We got Mark Berry down into the safety of pit lane. Should just be a quick stop. It's going to be interesting, like you mentioned also earlier in the race, Justin. Is there going to be a driver that they have? Well, they know their tire wear and temps after their last pit stop, so they can kind of they'll make a move here. They will determine if they're going to take 2 or 4 tires. You save about 5 or 6 seconds just taking 2 rather than 4, but you're going to lose a lot of time on the end of this run. Looks like Mark Berry's he's going to opt for the right sides. Will we see him? There you go. The invisible air jack's left side going up as well. I'll have to.
Well, I guess it's just one that's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll be my Xfinity one there, but I'll go back in this broadcast. I'm gonna make the iRacing sounds. That one right there. You think you could get that? Do you think you could get all 5 lug nuts off an Xfinity or truck car off? What do they do that in? I mean, just under. What, a second a wheel?
Lots Lots of practice.
Yeah, I guess it's more consistency and hitting rep after rep at that point. But I guess the old hand-eye coordination as well. I think I get it down. Doesn't seem that. I've not seen that. Dude, the next gen, count me on there.
I would knock my lug nuts off my wheel. I know they're like on there, but I would hit the wheel and all my lug nuts would go on. And I'd go to put that gun on there and just, where's my lug nuts at? None of them be on that wheel when I go to put it on.
At least they're glued, but yeah, I'm kind of right there with you, Yamato. All right, you know who else is right here with us? It's everybody down there in YouTube land. 91 laps down. I know we're about to see this pit stop strategy here for our front few runners, but let's go through the field here really quick, and then the next break we'll have is that crank it up. It's going to be the 43. I believe that's Stan Mayberry after, I mean, he's got a right front damage that's pretty bad on the front end of his Ford Mustang. David Berry, he's up there in the 56. He's sitting P3 in the Hot Wheels machine. Austin Mice, he started P3, now falls back to P4. Stan Mayberry falls back to P5, but right now tied with Mark Berry in the Crimson Tide Chevrolet Camaro as 5 spots gained on tonight. Tyler Myers, one of the league owners, he's down there P7, gained 2 spots since the start of the race. He is now making another pit stop. Joe Stipe still out on the racetrack. Brian Huntley Jr., Robbie Bice, Sean Judson, and Gary Huffins riding at the top 12.
Boy, Tyler Myers is having a rough go at it right now. That W energy
He's slow off a pit exit, isn't he?
He is. He is struggle busting.
I'm not sure if this is a penalty, as we can see from extreme scoring.
You out of gas?
There. Let's hop on board. He just came off a pit lane. I don't know how he could possibly be.
I tell you what, wrong with it.
It ain't got no.
It ain't got no gas in it.
Yeah, I don't hear the hum of that. Oh man. Oh.
He's out of gas.
I think he is. It's hard to tell here. Does he continue
to
kind of dive it down there into the pits, or will we see a caution here tonight?
He ain't got no gas in it. Somebody go in there and hit him.
No, wait just a second. I think what we're starting to see here, I got to correct myself here from a few moments ago. Tyler Myers, I think, missed pit entry, and I think he had to go around one more time, and now he's just on fumes, just barely getting it down there into pit lane. I do believe that's what had happened.
He done ran it out of gas. Come on. Come on, Sling Blade.
It's happened. Man, that happened to me.
Come on, Sling Blade.
My last official super speedway race, I was running it down to about 1 to 2 laps to go. Right when I was coming to pit, of course, the yellow comes out, and of course, you can't pit under closed conditions. So, went from leading that race all the way down into P27. Looks like that's unfortunately kind of the same story here tonight for Tyler Myers. Matthew Fitz, he's one of our front runners here, also a league owner for the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing League. 4-tire pit stop there, down and around pit exits. Austin Mice also into the pits, as well as our race leader, Tyler Massey, 1 lap later.
So here we go. Pit stop cycles coming to fruition here. In and out, out, and over they go. He's going to be able to get out clean green. Austin's good, nice, smoky burnout. He pops the tires on that thing, gets it set down and takes off, almost going nowhere.
Oh boy, that's that answers our question from earlier on in the race. Well, also answers the question. Tyler Myers did make it down and into pit lane somehow, some way. Looks like all these drivers are opting for 4 tires. I really don't blame them. Just about 37 laps to go. They should be able to make this on fuel here, but right now, Tyler Massey, if anybody else here has anything for the Harvest Stam Studio Network Ford Mustang machine, you're going to have to make it up here on the long run strategy. Matthew Fitz also took 4 tires. Right now sitting 0.8 of a second back here. Will this Ford Mustang of the 69 have anything for our race leader, Tyler Massey?
right now, Matthew has been the flyest of the field. So
has he
I think
led every lap here tonight, Justin? Sorry to cut you off.
I think he just about has.
Goodness gracious. Man, one driver I can't count out here just yet, obviously Matthew Fitz, but David Berry, Austin Mice, and Stan Mayberry right now. If there was a caution that did happen to come out at this point in the race, Mr. Mayberry would be a wave around position. He's got, well, now Robbie Bice making his way down into the pits. So right now you can't count out really all front five of these running drivers. If the points, if the standings do count here tonight after what was a 90, count them, 90 gigabyte update, even if you did select the required, the content that you owned for on the iRacing update here today. I think that's why we have only just less than half the field, even though as we crest our way deeper into the point standings, no playoffs, but point standings continue to run where they run. It's I know quite a few drivers off the top of my hand that's the exact reason they weren't able to make it. As now David Berry's going to look down the inside, door quarter clear of the 43 of Mr. Mayberry.
They go back off the corner.
Hard, heavy contact from Myers.
Oh!
No caution, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that one might just done him in.
He's been flirting with disaster. There you see it, Nightmare 11, Nightmare 23 on Twitch and TikTok there. Oh my God, hard, heavy contact. Unfortunately, that'll put Tyler Myers out of the race. Let's hop on board with him, Justin. What happened?
Let's take a look and see. On the throttle here. Oh, yeah. That's a clear indication of throttle ingenuity, aka hit the throttle, smack the wall, and smack the end of his race.
God, heaviest hit that we've seen today. I'm definitely surprised no caution there, but I am definitely here for it. Keeps us running clean, green, and mean. This is getting pretty interesting to watch, pretty fun. I know if you're looking for action, it's I mean, really not the race for it, but if you're looking for strategy and tire saving, fuel saving, it's still, I mean, the Delta is continuing to run the same between our two front leaders. Tyler Massey leading Matthew Fitz right now. Rear bumper to front bumper. 0.7 of a second separating these two front runners. Real quick, as we continue to run into the Argy Bargy here tonight, let's take a quick crank it up to enjoy the sights and sounds one last time from the lady in black, the track too tough to tame. Be right back with you, ladies and gentlemen. and gentlemen, slowly and woolly crank this puppy back down. Sean Stam, Justin Yaw back up with you here in the booth. Justin, we're going to continue to run into the nitty-gritty here tonight. Only 9/10 of a second separating our two front runners as we got 25 laps to go. Blink and you miss it. Time flies and you're having fun, whichever one you want to use. We've seen it all here tonight for the Bump and Run Southern 218 live tonight at Darlington Raceway.
Good race so far. We're closing in 25 laps to go. So far, it has been the Tyler Massey show, but Fitz right there on his back bumper, not going to let him get too far out of sight. And we're trying to see if maybe he can make a move happen. They work their way around through here.
Now to bring in the YouTube chat here once again, we still see you popping off. I was catching up there during our little crank it up break. Excuse me. Terry Berry, baby goat, saying sorry missed tonight, had to work late. Oh no, I believe that's Charles Van Swick, our race winner from Daytona just a week ago. Listening in on his way home. Great broadcast. Thank you, Charles Van Swick. That means the world to us here on SSN. As hopefully you'll be back here with us in 1 week's time from Gateway. That'll be a fun track there. Charles Van Swick, once again, winner from last race. He's up there in the point standings as well. Unfortunately, not able to make it out here tonight, but thank you for joining in, Charles. Carrie, Terry, Barry, Ted as well. We got to ask him, who wins here tonight? Does Tyler Massey have enough long run speed in his Ford Mustang, or does possibly Matthew Fitz have the long run speed, still sitting at about 9/10 of a second right there behind him? 22 laps to go.
Fitz going to have to fight a little bit. Smack the wall, not helping at all.
Oh wait, hang on.
He's going to fight a little bit. He's going to have to find. He's going to become the bullet from Mario Kart.
or the caution, which is also known as a blue shell, we could call it here at this point for Tyler Massey. Baby Goat 33, once again, Charles, I believe it is. He's asking for his woohoo. Well, here's your woohoo here tonight. Unfortunately, won't have you up here in the top 3 driver interview booth. But thanks for joining in on Your Race Home, listening in live on SSN. Maybe at some point we'll get big enough that we have both a radio as well as a visual broadcast. But in all seriousness, though, thank you, Charles. Congratulations on, race in, race out, what has been a very nice season for you in the Next Gen, as well as the ARCA series here for the Bump and Run series. David Berry, how about him as well? Our pole sitter here tonight falls back to P3, but only 20 laps to go in the Southern 218. Easier said than done. We might even have one more pit stop strategy, but shouting out all the drivers, especially David Berry, continuing to run up in the top 3.
A great night so far for David. Really needs a caution here to kind of maybe get caught back up with the front pack, but man, running his own race here, he's got a 4-second lead back to Austin. So little time here, but really just making hay of it the best he can.
Final 20 laps to go here. We're gonna try something a little newer on the old Stam Studio Network. Check this one out. 19 laps to go this time by. We're gonna get rid of the old left side graphic, and this is just all testing. This is a little bit of testing for next season as well, whatever you may call it. We got the old W Energy, 18 laps to go up there on the top of your screen. Now with only about 4 to 5 drivers left up here in the top, just about 4 to 5, respectfully. Stan Mayberry, Joe Stipe, Robbie Bice, Tyler, really 5th through 8th still out here on track. We're going to try something new. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. We're going to try something new out here on the top of the screen. Stan Mayberry sitting 3 laps down. Joe Stipe and Robbie Bice sitting in the 8th position. A couple laps down as well. What do you think, Justin? You like it? Let us know down there in YouTube land as well.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it. I like it.
It's different. It's different.
I like it a lot. A little different, little mix up, little change up. We're still racing hard here. Rolling down through here. Massey's still leading. Oh, also going to catch the wall down through there. Mark Berry checking in with him. Alabama Crimson Tide Machine still making it happen. Austin Mice having a good night here. Not probably the night he was hoping for, but you know, hey, consistency is key around through here. Tyler Massey still leading around through here. 15 laps to go. We're working our way around through here. The gap keeps growing between Fitz and Massey, and that is not boding well for Matthew Fitz.
Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What I missed?
iRacing. Gaps. Somebody's getting taken to Gapplebee's.
I don't mind some old Gapplebees, or what do you got? Some Chili's? You're gonna ride the Dente out here tonight.
Y'all tempt me with a triple dipper. Don't tempt me.
Sorry, Justin. One more thing I got to adjust here on the old broadcast side of things, real quick. Sorry. All right, there we go.
You ever had a triple dipper?
Honestly, no. I think I still got to hit. I think I still got to hit up the old triple dipper.
Oh man, good old cheese stick, some tendies, and some fries.
Now, one question for
and
I
a
got for
dente
you.
to go with it. Come on, Carson, help me out.
Oh, I don't know. I tried to ride the dents one time, and I don't know. I think I've had better marks on the old dollars. Or with all due, I don't know. I don't want to put down Chili's, but maybe it was just the bartender who was trying to ride the dent that night. I don't know, but it was definitely experience to say the least.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good. Did you see at Dago where they had the dente out there, and that's what you could ride it at the Chili's booth?
Like the bull, but instead you ride the dent. Oh, just
Yes,
like in the commercial. Perfect.
It was awesome. I wish I could have went so I could have rode it. But you best believe if Chili's is back out there, I'm going to try to find a way to ride the dente.
Alrighty, final time here tonight. 11 coming to 10 laps to go. Let's take the old let's take him through the field, through the top 5 here for the final time. Tyler Massey led every single lap here tonight, except for the 1 or 2 within our pit stop strategies here under green flag conditions, might I add. Tyler Massey cycles his way back out to the front. The Monster Energy number 69 Ford Mustang pancakes the outside wall one more time up to P2, sitting 3 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. Caution free here tonight, knock on wood here. No Sean and Tater curse happening, at least at the moment. David Berry, Austin Mice, and Mark Berry rounding out the top 5.
You know, honestly, you know who needs to, I think would be a great advertising spot? Darlington right there coming off the wall.
IHOP?
You dang Skippy.
Does that ring right? I don't know.
IHOP needs to, yes, IHOP needs to hop on there. They pancake the wall. Imagine there not being there needs to be an IHOP logo coming off the corners. They pancake the wall, you know. Somebody get me on the marketing team at IHOP.
I'm saying, I mean, the Dale Jr. ads were fine. Don't get me wrong, but now we're talking. I mean, that's some real right up in it action there. Pancakes, the pancake. I mean, I can already hear Jeff Burton or whoever's saying it there.
I think that would be accurate.
So Kerry is rooting on Austin Mice on getting a top 3 position. Let's check on old David Berry and Austin Mice's last lap time right now. It's been cat and mouse back and forth here between Berry and Mice. Right now, 4.8 seconds separating Mice from that final driver interview spot. It's about also 1/10. Austin Mice was 1/10, almost 2/10 of a second faster. Lap 127 almost matches it. Lap 128. Only 5 laps to go. I think we're starting to run out of time here tonight.
Yeah, really starting to tick away. Before you know it, white flag will be out and you'll be chasing the guy in front of you down even harder, and you may tap the wall. Don't pancake it, take care of it. You got 6 laps to try to get you a good finish here Right now, Massey, Fitz, and Berry all in our driver interview spots.
Mark Berry, I don't know. I still need to kind of ask. I guess it would just be easiest to ask Mark or David themselves. I don't think that there's any brotherly relation here between the drivers. It might be coincidence. What are we just missing? Josh Berry at this point out here. But in all seriousness, Mark Berry and David both having themselves a very nice run. David's up in the top 3 position. He's in that final driver interview spot maybe tonight, so we get our answer answered. Stan Mayberry and how about Joe Stipe right there running 6th and 7th. There's a lot of Ford Mustangs out here running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then 6th and 7th. Other than that, it's just Chevrolet Camaros running 4th and 5th, as well as 9th and 10th.
Everybody else kind of just mixing it up right here, trying to get it to the front. Right now, it has been Tyler Massey all night long. Drop of the green flag, it has been his show, and he's really been getting after it.
No, I've tried to warn you, drivers. It's you slap a Stam Studio Network logo, not 1, but not 2, but even 3 here on the Harvest Ford Mustang of Tyler Massey. That's about 5-10 horsepower gained each logo there. In all seriousness, though, it's Tyler Massey's immaculate racecraft here, once again leading every single lap except under our yellow flag. Excuse me, no yellow flags, but green flag running pit stops. Tyler Massey, he's just looking to put it all together here tonight. Only 2 laps to go from the track that is too tough to tame. Call it too tough to tame, but Tyler Massey, lap after lap, best lap time, a 29.11. Last was a 30.11. Tires continuing to wear, but this will make it all officially unofficial if he makes his way down and around. 1 lap to go this time by for Tyler Massey.
He's going to get back on the loud pedal. Going to come across the stripe here. White flag going to come out for Tyler Massey as he has led most of, if not all, this race. Massey with a great run right now. Stam Studio Network, Harvest Ford Mustang had a great night. But let's not discount anything. This has worked his way up to the field. Up to the right now, it has been the Tyler Massey show all night long.
Tyler Massey, Stam Studio Network, Harvest Ford Mustang. He wiggles it and jiggles it across the line. Tyler Massey, once again, welcome back to Victory Lane. What a start here for our really points-heavy part of the season here. This is big here heading into Gateway next week. Our race winner here tonight, Matthew Fitz, David Berry, and Austin Mice. Mark Berry rounding out the top 5. But tonight, the driver out of Dover, Delaware shows us all how it's done. Tyler Massey gets another one on the season. Bump and run, next-gen driver, number 17, to Victory Lane. Congratulations once again on another race win.
Congratulations, Tyler. Great win tonight. Absolutely killer run from that Ford Mustang tonight. Nothing to hang your head about for Matthew Fitz. Did a great run to get in the top 2 right there. Not a bad way to finish our night out. So give these drivers time to climb out of their machines, get a good sip of water, and we'll be right back with our top 3 interviews.
Taking a look at the unofficially official top 3 results here tonight. Tyler Massey, Matthew Fitz, David Berry. Well said there, Justin. Should be hearing from each and one of these drivers in a few moments' time. Austin Mice, Mark Berry, Stan Mayberry, Joe Stipe, other known as Irish out here in the socials, Robbie Bice, Tyler Myers, Nightmare23 on TikTok as well as Twitch. Brian Huntley Jr., Sean Judson, and Gary Huffins round out our 12 driver field here tonight. What a race, what a finish, and I think Tyler Massey, he's a little excited. He is still burning this puppy down, loud and proud, well-deserved from the track, too tough to tame.
Burning that baby down, ain't gonna be no good one now, for sure.
There goes the engine. It's done. It's kaput. Tyler Massey now is going to have to tow it to Victory Lane. Justin, I'll meet you down there in I guess they got the broadcast waiting room. I see Matthew Fitz down there right now. Tyler Massey, David Barry, if you got yourself a copy, make sure you mosey your way down on over here into the broadcast waiting room. There they go. All right, Justin, I'm going to start out here with our race winner, Tyler Massey, and then I'll let you handle P2, and hopefully we hear from David Barry here tonight. Hey, Tyler Massey, this is Sean Stam, live up here in the broadcast Victory Lane booth. You got yourself a copy, man.
Hey, how's it going, Sean?
Doing great, doing well, doing excellent after another Tyler Massey win. Got SSN Harvest back and into Victory Lane. What's going through your mind here tonight? I mean, I got to take some lessons here from you from Darlington. You look freaky fast out here tonight.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. It was totally unexpected. Last week when we ran the full throttle series, I just kind of ran, middle pack, couldn't really do any passes or anything like that. But luck of the draw, I did a little bit more practice, but I had a pretty good qualifying lap as second place. And really, position is this key with Darlington, it seems like, because dirty air, it's just, you get so tight with dirty air, especially when you're in the middle of the pack. That's why everybody gets so spread out. And luckily on the first lap, I was able to get by. I forgot who had pole position, but I was able to get by and just kind of, gap out the lead there. And I did 0 pit entry practice, so I was very, very nervous about that. I took it really cautiously. Thankfully, no spin outs. I was close the first time I went down pit road. And then, just trying to stay in the front. I was begging and hoping there was not going to be a caution near the end. And it was good racing with Matthew. Matthew Fitz, he's the one that really kind of kept up and kept me on my toes. And I thought we were really close a few times. And I thought he was going to get me on one of the pit road runs. But thankfully, it's like dirty air here is just horrible. And there was some lap traffic, not too much because we had a smaller field size, but enough to where sometimes people don't want to let you by right away. Even when you're faster, you got to kind of get by them and turns and kind of wear your tires out. And there was a couple times I got into somebody, actually. It was lap traffic, but yeah, I'm just really happy I finally got a win again back in victory lane.
And we're gonna have to update the old win stickers on the SSN Harvest Ford Mustang. Congratulations on your win. Couldn't have come at a better time as we start really when these points really start to matter a lot more. Tyler, that's also a great segue into the next question. I mean, Matthew Fitz was hanging with you throughout the whole race. Man, it's how much were you able to kind of give up on that first pit entrance cycle, especially seeing that you did have 0 opportunity to really practice that pit entrance?
I didn't notice Matthew Fitz at first on the first pit road cycle. I think he was a few positions back in the first pit road cycle. I just took it super cautiously because getting on the brakes, like I said, never practiced it. And when you get worn tires, the brakes are really touchy. So I gave up quite a bit of time there, but it was after that pit road cycle coming out that Matthew Fitz was, he would get down to like a half a second behind, everything like that I really thought he would get me on the pit road cycles. But luckily lap traffic came at good time and everything like that. So just need to remember to start practicing pit road entry because we didn't have any cautions tonight.
Man, it comes down to a game of inches, especially on some pit stop strategy. Congratulations, Tyler Massey, once again. Real quick, last thing I got for you. Who would you like to thank and shout outs here for you, allowing to race with us every Tuesday, as well as those Wednesday night races as well?
Obviously, I got to thank you guys here at Stam Studio Network, the main sponsor on the car. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have these broadcasts and stuff, and it really makes it so much more fun than just normal official races. I hardly run official races anymore. I just look forward to these league races each week. And then I also have to thank, excuse me, I'm trying out Team Conti Sim Performance setups, and I'm very pleased with them. They're really nice over there. Helps with the setups and everything like that. And it's definitely, the setup feels good. I also run from time to time at Coney setup shop, so I kind of go back and forth. They're really good guys, but at both setup shops, so you couldn't go wrong with either of them.
Well said there, Tyler. It's showing quite a bit of pace as well as some racecraft here tonight. A lot of fun to watch you rip your way through the pack. Nice start and nice end to the race. Tyler, we'll hopefully see you tomorrow night for the Full Throttle Performance Sim Racing League. But tonight you got the Checkered Flag in the Bump and Run Cup Series. Congrats once again, and man, try not to celebrate too hard here tonight.
I'll just have a few beers here and there, but won't be too
doesn't
hard.
hurt.
All right, have a good night, guys.
There you go, Tyler. I'm right there with you. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. I'm going to throw it down here to the old Yamentator, who I believe is caught up with P2, Matthew Fitz.
Hey.
Good talking, buddy.
Yes, sir.
What's up, brother? Man, just a great race tonight. You know, not the size field we're used to with you guys, but man, such great racing all around with the crew. You know, maybe is there anything you could maybe do a little bit there to catch Tyler, or are you pretty content with his P2?
You know, no, I'm really disappointed, honestly. You know, I felt like I had to win. I'm like, if it goes green there, you know, Tyler is really fast. He's really consistent. But no, I thought I could have had it. Pit strategy, you know, never practice pits. I know I took some gambles going in a little more aggressive into the pits than he probably did, but I was still a bit cautious. Made up some time. But like he said, man, once you get behind him, he's really, really tight. I kind of tried getting off him a little bit just to kind of save my tires. I think if I was going to do it again, I just would have been more aggressive off the start, just tried to get around him and then forced him to try and get around me. I was trying to do a tire conservation game a little bit, let him pace with me. I figured we kind of we're kind of paced off each other. I'd make up a little bit of time. He'd make up a little bit of time. And you know, at the end, it really just put me in the chasing game, and I started pushing a little bit harder, got into the wall with like 10 laps to go and just destroyed my right front. Disappointing finish, but you know, great run to Tyler. I mean, it was awesome. Like, it was a great race to everybody else. For the most part, we kept it clean, and I was just happy. I started, I know at one point he was, on that first run, he was like 6, 7, 8 seconds ahead of me. I was able to get through traffic and catch up. You know, you live and learn. Hopefully next time I'm just more aggressive.
Most definitely. Do you take anything away from tonight, maybe going into tomorrow night's race?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Tyler was saying, I think it's going to be the exact same. I mean, a little bit easier to pass over there worldwide, but you got to keep the nose clean. You got to keep that left front out. If somebody's going low, you need to get lower than him. That's just the name of the game. If you allow them to take off that area, you're just scrubbing your tires and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm gonna try and be aggressive, take the passes where I can, and do about the same thing I did. Tire conservation, though, a little bit still.
Well, Matthew, you got anybody you'd like to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I want to thank my team that I run with tonight. Kyler, even though they couldn't make it because of all the updates and stuff, they were able to spot for us a little bit on the stream. Stan and Robbie, they're great to race with every week. You guys for putting on the broadcast. Everybody, you know, watching your broadcasts here and over at Full Throttle on Wednesday nights. Thank you for Brian and everybody who puts on the league. I know it's not an easy job. It's a thankless job, and you know, it's fun, but you know, this is a great league to come out to and race with every week. You know, I won 2 races off the start. Been getting a couple podiums here and there. I just hopefully looking to get back up on that leader. First place again, so.
Well, 10-4, buddy, we'll get to do a little different style tomorrow night with the Full Throttle. I know that's your league, and hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more great racing again.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to send it back up to Mr. Stam, and I think he's going to get us wrapped up here tonight.
Yes, sirree, Bobcat Tail. Matthew, congratulations on a podium finish. Unfortunately, no David Barry here tonight for P3 interview, but nice run, David. It'll be fun to see you about a week's time from Gateway as the Full Throttle Performance Sim League takes on tomorrow night. Justin, you'll be right back up there with me. I can't wait for it. Thank you all. Real quick before we get going, I mean, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all down there live in the YouTube land. Carrie, Ted, Baby Goat, Ricardo, as well as Barry. Who else we got here? Down there, at least in the old YouTube live chat. That's, I think, everybody there accounted for. Thank you so much for spending your Monday nights here with us. I know there's some NFL on. I think we're done here a little early, so I might go catch some of that and study here for, class is kicking the booty here. But final 2 semesters here in the old college world. Justin, thank you so much for spending every Tuesday and Wednesday nights up here in the booth with me. I know there's a lot of better things that could be done, but it means the world to me as well. We're going to get catching our virtual flights back home here. Thanks, everybody. Catch your virtual flights and drive your virtual cars home safe. We will be right back here with you tomorrow night. Thanks, everybody.